Alright, so let's tear into this stuff here. Um, we're going to do some switches and relays and stuff like that to show you what's in them. So y'all stick around.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so there's different ways of taking these things apart. Some people bash them. Some people like to slowly take them apart. I'm kind of doing it slow here just so I don't sling stuff everywhere and you can kind of see everything. So this is all your points that go down through the bottom in the board, if you can see those. And up here is your contactor. So when there's no power on the coil, which the coil just acts as a magnet, pulls that contactor down. And anyway, so when there's no power on the coil, the power runs through this and it's touching that top contact and coming out this leg over here. So it's completing a loop that way. When the power's on that coil, it drops and hits the other contact, so then the power runs from this direction and out this side instead of this side. So I mean, that's all it's doing, is changing the direction of the current flow. It works the same in motor controls in big items. See if I can raise y'all up just a little bit. It might make it easier to see. But yeah, that's basically how it works. Your power comes in here and it's continuously flowing out this side or this leg until that engages, and then it stops on this leg and sends it out this leg over here. So that's changing one current path into two separate paths. It could go either way. But basically that's all these are. Just little relays. You can see the little wire sticking out the bottom. That's for the coil. When you engage power on the coil, it turns into an electromagnet and pulls that down, you know, and changes the direction of the path. So with that said, that lets you know there's going to be stuff in here that's non-magnetic, like the brass. These two legs are brass. This leg over here is copper. But there's going to be a magnetic piece in there for it to pull down to be able to, you know, engage and disengage with. So that's basically telling you what's in these. So you know you got the copper coil in the center. And this is a bigger version. They make them teeny tiny, itty bitty, you know, all that awesome stuff. So we know we've got two brass legs with buttons on them. It's going to be silver buttons. Hold on, I'll just break it. So we have two of these. And you got your little silver contact there. So there's one, there's two. Then you've got your contact that the power comes in on. It's got that silver button top and bottom on there. And that's going to be a copper piece with this metal piece attached to it. So we're going to pull the steel off of it. So there's a third contact. Then you've got the metal piece on the bottom and this roll of wire here. So we break all this stuff apart, or break all this plastic out the way, I guess I should say. See if I can get this plastic, I can't talk today. See if I can get this wire to come off very easily. Now this is really thin wire, so this will not be bare bright by any means. But it's quite a bit on there, as you can see. It just keeps going and going. So I'm gonna finish pulling this off, and I'll roll it into a ball, and I'll show you how much is on it. Alright, so there's the copper windings off of one of those. There's a couple little small pieces of plastic in there, but I mean, it's enough weight you can feel it. There's the metal pin and the piece that come off the bottom. So, of course, this is pretty sure all that's going to be shred, because it's got to have a magnetic core for it to work as an electromagnet. The magnet's got all kinds of stuff on it. I think somebody's been playing with it. So yeah, if this is something you're willing to sit down and take the time to take apart, you're not going to get rich off of the silver by no means. But there is little silver contacts on there. It's 3 of those. And basically I just drop them in my contact bucket. Later I'll split the copper and all that stuff. I'm going to try to show y'all a different one here, because this is the easier way. Once you strip it down to this, easy way is just take your cutters, put it right there in the middle, and squeeze it and let go. And I didn't even have to squeeze it all the way down, but that pulls that bottom piece off, pulls this plastic piece off, just leaves you with the copper on that metal piece, and you can just basically just slide it right off of there. So it's adding up. So I'm gonna see if we can't get a weight off the copper we get off of these. So y'all hang tight. Alright, so there's a lot of kid in me. I could sit here and play with this all day. It's a lot of fun. Look like a bunch of snakes wound up together or something. But anyway, so if we pack it all together, let's see, do I have a scale over here? I don't. I'm gonna have to go get my scale. But there's all that copper. That's as tight of a ball as I can get it in. So we'll run over there and weigh it, see if it shows up on the. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up my little bit of mess here, sleep the rest of these little wires, little small pieces that broke off, into this container here. That stuff does add up, if you can see it in there. So that's kind of my small copper container. Here's our steel pieces that were in that. There's our copper and brass. I'll put this into my contact bucket, and as I said, I'll clean that stuff up later. I'm not worried about cleaning it up now. But I mean, this stuff, it adds up. It doesn't really take it that long. Just me sitting down and relaxing in one afternoon doing stuff. So let's see how much copper we got. Alright, so let's see if it's even enough to tip the scale here. So she is set on pounds and ounces, nothing touching the scale. Here's the copper ball. Says it's not even an ounce. It says it's 1 ounce. Close. Anyway, so about 1 ounce of copper. Now, if you're selling 1 ounce of copper that you pour, if you pour this into a copper round or you know, something like that, then you could easily sell this for, you know, probably $10–15. So there's another way to make some money other than just scrapping it. You can also pour it. Y'all have a good one.